Let's sing this rhyme. The rhyme says, come, come to the class, welcome to the class, which I and you enjoy. Come, let us learn with joy. You can join me in singing, children. Come, come to the class, welcome to the class, which I and you enjoy. Come, let us learn with joy. You're doing it well, children. Now, you need to do it by yourself. S, 1, 2, 3, go.
Come, come to the class, welcome to the class, which I and you enjoy. Come, let us learn with joy. Come to the class, welcome to the class, which I and you enjoy. Come, let us learn with joy.
Now, one thing happened very soon after the other. I started the class. I sang the rhyme. But I want to combine these two sentences. I started the class and I sang the rhyme. Here, I linked or joined the sentences with and. Here, and is used to link the sentences. But do you know, children, we can also combine these sentences in different ways. Do you know the name of the word that is used to combine the sentences? Yes, you're right, children. They are called linkers. Or, but, besides, however, so, therefore, thus, because, as, although, etc. are also used to link the sentences. All these are called linkers. Linkers. The name itself says that the function of a linker is to connect or link the sentences. Hence, they are called connectors or linkers. How are linkers used? Linkers are used to connect or join the sentences according to the relationship between them. Linkers may be used in different contexts, like for adding information, for comparing, for contrast, etc., as you have seen in earlier classes. Today's topic is from grammar, a very simple one. So, before going into today's topic, let's look at the objectives first. Make you to understand the concept of linkers in the English language. Make you to understand the expressions no sooner had than, had scarcely when, and had hardly when. Make you to understand the use of the above expressions. Make you to identify the above paired linkers in the text. Make you to combine the sentences using the above expressions. Now, let us look at the following sentences, children. I started the class. I sang the rhyme. We can combine these two sentences with and. But do you know, children, that there are other ways to combine these two sentences? Oh, do not worry even if you do not know, because I am there to tell you. There is one condition, and that is, one thing should happen very soon after another. I started the class. I sang the rhyme. Here, the two sentences are separated with a full stop. But don't they suggest that one thing happened very soon after another? When one thing happens very soon after another, then we can combine the sentences using the following expressions. 1. No sooner than. 2. Scarcely when. 3. Hardly when. These linkers are given a special name. called paired linkers. Because they are paired, it means that we need to use them only in this particular combination. So, today's topic is about using the above expressions in combining the sentences. Now, let us see how to use the expressions for combining the sentences. I started the class. I sang the rhyme. No sooner had I started the class than I sang a rhyme. What did I do, children? I kept no sooner had at the beginning of the first sentence, and I've kept than at the beginning of the second sentence. And do not forget to remove the full stop and put a comma at the end of the first sentence. So now, shall we read the sentence, children? No sooner had I started the class than I sang a rhyme. This is the first way to combine the two sentences using no sooner than. I had scarcely started the class when I sang a rhyme. What did I do now? I kept had scarcely after the noun I, and I've kept when at the beginning of the second sentence. And children, do not forget to remove the full stop after the first sentence. Put a comma at the end of the first sentence. Now, shall we read the sentence, children? I had scarcely started the class when I sang a rhyme. This is the second way to combine the two sentences using scarcely when. I had hardly started the class when I sang a rhyme. What did I do now? Yes, it is very similar to the second way. I just kept had hardly instead of had scarcely. And what did I do for the second sentence, children? Yes, you're right. I've put when at the beginning of the second sentence. Shall we put comma after the end of the first sentence? Yes, children, you're following it. I had hardly started the class when I sang a rhyme. This is the third way to combine the two sentences using hardly when. I used the paired linkers in all the above sentences. Can you name the paired linkers, children? Yes. 1. No sooner than. 2. Scarcely when. 3. Hardly when. Now, let's listen to the story. Here is Kumar. One day, Kumar was cycling home after a cricket match. It was getting dark and there was no moonlight. He took the shortest way home and happened to pass by his uncle's watch factory. There was a lorry outside the factory and the gate was open. There was also no watchman. This is very strange, Kumar said to himself. I must find out more. So he got off his bicycle and hid it behind a big tree. As he did this, he heard heavy footsteps. He looked around and he saw 4 men carrying boxes to the lorry. Kumar knew at once that the men were thieves. He waited until the thieves had gone back into the factory. They went in to get some more watches. Quick, Quickly he ran to the lorry and let the air from all the tires. After that, he got on to his bicycle and cycled at the top speed to the nearest police station about a kilometer away. He told everything that had happened to the policeman. Immediately, the police caught the thieves. That's the story, children. I think you have enjoyed listening to the story. Now let us look at some of the sentences from the story. He reached the factory. He found the lorry outside. These two sentences are separated with a full stop. But don't they suggest that one thing happened very soon after another? So we can combine these two sentences with the paired linkers. In today's class, we will be learning about how to combine the sentences using the paired linkers. Three expressions are used to combine the sentences when one thing happens very soon after another. 1. No sooner than. 2. Scarcely when. 3. Hardly when. These three expressions are used to express the same. Let us look at the example now. He reached the factory. He found the lorry outside. We can combine these two sentences like this. No sooner had he reached the factory than he found the lorry outside. Yes, children, did you follow? What did I do now? I have kept no sooner had at the beginning of the sentence, and I have kept than at the beginning of the second sentence. And do not forget to put comma after the end of the first sentence. Now, shall we read the sentence? No sooner had he reached the factory than he found the lorry outside. He reached the factory. He found the lorry outside. Second way to combine these two sentences is like this. He had scarcely reached the factory when he found the lorry outside. What did I do, children? After the noun or the pronoun, I need to keep had scarcely. It is after he, I kept had scarcely in the first sentence. Then I have kept when at the beginning of the second sentence. So, shall we read the sentence? He had scarcely reached the factory when he found the lorry outside. He reached the factory. He found the lorry outside. Third way to combine these two sentences is like this. He had hardly reached the factory when he found the lorry outside. It is the same way as you have done in the second method. That is, you just keep had, hardly after the noun or the pronoun in the first sentence. So, shall we read the sentence, children? He had hardly reached the factory when he found the lorry outside. Now, children, here are some of the sentences for you to practice. You need to combine them using no sooner than, scarcely when, hardly when. Here, the first sentence. I put the phone down. It rang again.
No sooner had I put the phone down than it rang again. No sooner had I put the phone down than it rang again.
Now combine the sentence using scarcely when.
I had scarcely put the phone down when it rang again. I had scarcely put the phone down when it rang again.
Combine the sentence using hardly when.
I had hardly put the phone down when it rang again. I had hardly put the phone down when it rang again.
I arrived at the station, then the bus came in. Now combine these sentences with no sooner than.
No sooner had I arrived at the station than the bus came in. No sooner had I arrived at the station than the bus came in.
Now combine the sentences using scarcely when.
I had scarcely arrived at the station when the bus came in. I had scarcely arrived at the station when the bus came in.
Now combine the sentences using hardly when.
I had hardly arrived at the station when the bus came in. I had hardly arrived at the station when the bus came in.
I closed the door. Somebody knocked again. Now combine the sentences using no sooner than.
No sooner had I closed the door than somebody knocked again. No sooner had I closed the door than somebody knocked again.
Now combine the sentence using scarcely when.
I had scarcely closed the door when somebody knocked again. I had
Scarcely closed the door when somebody knocked again.
Now combine the sentence using hardly when.
I had hardly closed the door when somebody knocked again.
Hardly closed the door when somebody knocked again.
She finished the meal. She started feeling hungry again. Now combine the sentences using no sooner than.
No sooner had she finished the meal than she started feeling hungry again.
No sooner had she finished the meal than she started feeling hungry again.
Right again. Now combine the sentence using scarcely when.
She had scarcely finished the meal when she started feeling hungry again. She had scarcely finished the meal when she started feeling hungry again.
Now combine the sentence using hardly when.
She had hardly finished the meal when she started feeling hungry again. She had hardly finished the meal when she started feeling hungry again.
Madhavi opened the door. The dog entered the room. Now combine the sentence using no sooner than.
No sooner had Madhavi opened the door than the dog entered the room.
No sooner had Madhavi opened the door than the dog entered the room.
Right again. Now combine the sentence using scarcely when.
Madhavi had scarcely opened the door when the dog entered the room. Madhavi had scarcely opened the door
Now combine the sentence using hardly when.
Madhavi had hardly opened the door when the dog entered the room.
Right again. Children, I hope you have followed the use of the expressions no sooner than, scarcely when, hardly when. Now, let us have a quick glance at what we have learned today. When one thing happens very soon after another, then we can combine the sentences using the following expressions: no sooner than, hardly when, scarcely when. These linkers are given a special name called paired linkers because they are paired. It means that we need to use them only in this particular combination. Now from the lesson, the havoc of flood. Identify the events which happened very soon after another. Here are the examples. 1. The relief team arrived there. Their joy knew no bounds. Combine the sentences using paired linkers. 2. They arrived at their destinations. The rain poured down. Combine the sentences using paired linkers. I hope you can find many more sentences like this. Pick out from the lesson and combine them using the paired linkers. That's all for today, children. Hope you all enjoyed the class. Now, shall we end the lesson with a rhyme? Bye bye to the class. Thank you for the class which I and you enjoyed. Come, let us tell everyone. Bye bye to the class. Thank you for the class which I and you enjoyed. Come, let us tell everyone. Bye bye, children.